So recently on this channel, I've been checking out more music, more modern rock music. And one of the bands I checked out recently was Oasis. I love that track Supersonic. And I also watched their documentary where they spoke a little bit about this kind of Britpop era and this rivalry that they had with the band Blur. So I thought it'd be apt to check out this band and see what their music was about and try and pick a song from that era to see if I can sort of compare and contrast the two bands. Now, turns out this band was from London, and it, as Noel puts it, was more, I guess middle class would be the word, where Oasis was much more of a band for the streets almost, is how I guess they put it in the documentary. Maybe that was wrong, maybe you guys will let me know about that, but I certainly have heard less of the Blur's music and wanted to check out one of their bigger tracks, which apparently this one is. From my YouTube research that I did, this is one of their bigger songs. It's got like 160 million views and I've not heard of it, so let's check out the track and see what this band is about, and I'll certainly be doing a decent amount of comparisons to Oasis. Here we go. This is Song 2 by The Blur. Like those drums. Duk, 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 duk. I've heard this somewhere before, for sure. Okay, this has definitely been in some kind of media, something I've heard this. I think this was in like a FIFA game. Maybe the UK fans will let me know about that. I feel like this was in one of those FIFAs as like one of the intro songs, or some kind of video game advertisement or something, because that sounds really familiar. I'll say this about the intro. I really like it. It's very simple in a great way. Similar to the track Supersonic I heard, it's made for absolute effect, and that effect is to kind of grab your attention and keep you there. There's a really cool thing that's going on with this really giant distorted guitar, but there's also this kind of quieter, higher pitched, I don't know the technical terms, you guys know that I don't know the technical terms, but there's another guitar sound behind it which I really like. It's layered and hidden in a really interesting way. Let's back it up so you can hear that. I like it.
I got my head checked by a jumbo jet. It wasn't easy, but nothing is. No. When I feel heavy metal, and I feel that I need when I lie and I'm easy all of the time, but I'm never sure why I need you. At least I need ya. I got my head down.
What I always find interesting is that the very poppy stuff of rock music that I hear, I still think it's good music, but I think it's quite simple. I think some people would agree with me on that. Really works on me, and I feel like some rock fans, rock listeners who watch this channel will look at these tracks and think this is really basic. Like, how does he like this sort of stuff? Whereas with hip hop, I have a similar thing where if something is super poppy, maybe the crossover works with genres, fans of other genres who think the song is good, and I think it's cheesy. So I think maybe a similar thing might happen with this song, because it sounds good to me. Maybe you guys hear it and hear something that's simplistic, right? I think that might be going on, because the lyrics are certainly very, very kind of straight to the point. There's not a lot going on. I think it's more about the attitude with the song.
When I was young, it's not my problem. It's not my problem.
That's the whole verse.
Woo! When I feel heavy metal, and I feel that I need when I lie and I'm easy all of the time, but I'm never sure why I need you. At least I need ya. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
That was so straight to the point, and it's made basically for ultra kind of palatability, I think, and it worked because I like the song. Maybe I'm a simpleton, okay, but it worked to me. I think it's a really basic formula. Even the chorus is just woohoo. Even that bit is super kind of addictive and an earworm of sorts. So I mean, that's a skill in itself, right? You can write deep music, which is a skill, and it's, I think, another skill to make something that works really easily and quickly, and it did. I forgot to mention the main vocalist for this is Damon Albarn, which I didn't even know that he had a whole career before he was the Gorillaz. And the Gorillaz are an awesome blend of like this kind of new hip-hop style when they introduced themselves. Like take a song like Feel Good Inc., like a mix of all these different genres, really beautifully done with hip-hop. So shout out to him. He's obviously a brilliant musician. Interesting song. I will say I like Supersonic more than this one. Oasis's sound had a little bit more to it. I thought lyrically it was more interesting. This was very simple. Maybe there's another song of theirs that people will let me know to check out, which will be more in depth into their music. But as much as I like the track, it's not something I'll really play on repeat, where Supersonic was. So this will, I'll call it 1-0 to Oasis, if you want to keep a little bit of a tally. But I did like the song. It's a cool song. I've certainly heard it in like a advertisement or something. But other than that, I'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.